But those aside, I'm saying the team was established for a particular purpose. There needed to be a time frame, and there wasn't any time frame. And we have discussed the matter with the President of the Republic, because while it was not a presidential task team, it was his initiative to do so, but it became a ministerial committee in practice.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nick, bringing you the latest from the heart of South Africa's political turmoil. Today, we delve into a story that's shaking the foundations of our democracy. President Cyril Ramaphosa is under fire, with MPs demanding he testify before Parliament's ad hoc committee, probing explosive allegations of criminal infiltration and political interference in the South African police service. As the nation grapples with revelations of a mafia-like grip on the law enforcement, questions swirl around Ramaphosa's role, or rather his glaring inaction in what is a total betrayal of public trust. This isn't just another political spat. It's a damning indictment of leadership failures at the highest level. It all stems from KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner General Mkhwanazi, who blew the whistle in July 2025 during a media briefing. Mkhwanazi didn't mince words. He pointed out senior political figures and police officials of colluding with criminal syndicates, meddling in investigations, and even disbanding critical units like the Political Killings Task Team to shield the corrupt and powerful.
On the 1st of January, the letter is issued on the 31st. On the 1st of January, 2025, Mr. Brown Mkhwanazi sends a WhatsApp to Vusimuzi Kat Matlala, and it reads as follows, I quote, "I have arranged a meeting for Sibiya and the minister. They must have a solution." And it follows another message. "The task team that came to your house and harassed you have been dissolved."
This task team was probing assassinations tied to political rivalries in KwaZulu-Natal, murders that have claimed countless lives and eroded faith in institutions. But here's where it gets personal for President Ramaphosa. National Police Commissioner Fanny Masemola, testifying at a judicial commission, dropped a bombshell. Masemola revealed he personally informed Ramaphosa in February 2025 about Police Minister Senzo Mchunu's controversial decision to disband the Political Killings Task Team. Ramaphosa reportedly expressed surprise, but according to Mchunu, the president later supported the move. How can the president support the move of disbanding an effective task team actively investigating some of the most powerful underworld kingpins in South Africa? This flip-flopping reeks of evasion, and it raises serious questions. Was Ramaphosa complicit in protecting criminal networks, or was he simply asleep at the wheel while the police force rotted from within? Either scenario shows the total failures at the highest level of power.
I made it clear to Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi that I had nothing to do with the disbandment, and I informed him that the minister never sought any advice before taking the decision. Given the fact that the minister was instructing, not soliciting our views of the disbandment of the PKTT, I deemed it necessary to speak to the President about the issue. I spoke to the President on the 1st of February 2025. During this meeting, I mentioned the Minister's directive to disband such a successful team, and the President told me that he would speak to the Minister. Of course, I didn't really require from the President to say whether I agree or not, but I did tell him that this team is being dissolved, reason unknown, and I said if ever it has to be done, it cannot even be done in this abrupt manner, because I don't know what we are chasing. And that's when he says, no, he will speak to the minister.
Fast forward to September 23, 2025. Parliament's ad hoc committee tasked with investigating these very allegations met and added 13 names to their witness list. At the top, none other than Cyril Ramaphosa. Alongside him are heavyweights like the suspended Minister Mchunu, crime intelligence boss Dumisani Khumalo, and even former ministers Nathi Mthethwa and Beki Chele. The committee isn't playing around. They want answers on everything from the political killings task force's disbandment to broader claims of corruption and interference. Hearings could kick off as early as October, and public input is already being solicited, a clear sign that South Africans are demanding transparency.
Let me then go to political killings. What General Khumalo has indicated is correct in terms of how the team was founded and so on. But one of the things that were not clear when it was made, which I think was a little bit unfortunate, was to say what is the time frame of the team, because it's a team, it's a task team. You establish a task team for a specific purpose, for a specific period. It can't be open-ended, and it will never be open-ended. Once you have fulfilled your role in relation to the task that for which it was established, you then have to take decisions going forward, and so on. That was left open, which was sought to close. The other matter is a concrete situation on the ground. General Khumalo makes an example of a councillor that has just been murdered in Mandini recently. It could be said it's political killing, but it could be said it's a pure crime. It's murder. It's just murder, and we will therefore be following what General Khumalo was saying, that the next move is to meet and decide on the process, which has to be quite short in terms of disbanding the political killings. It's not so much of a transition; it's more of disbanding, and then you then streamline things in line with the detective services of the country generally as you work, with more emphasis on curtailing murders, curtailing firearms, curtailing things like drugs and all of that, which are giving us trouble in the country, more than political killings as it was conceived in 2018 and so on. But those aside, I'm saying the team was established for a particular purpose. There needed to be a time frame, and there wasn't any time frame. And we have discussed the matter with the President of the Republic, because while it was not a presidential task team, it was his initiative to do so, but it became a ministerial committee in practice. And therefore, we have had a discussion with the President of the Republic, and we are in agreement that we can look into the matter the way we've looked at it currently.
Now, let's talk about the shortcomings, and there are plenty when it comes to Ramaphosa's handling of this crisis. This isn't his first rodeo with scandals that scream incompetence or worse. There is the debacle at Fala Fala, the farm theft saga where millions in undeclared foreign currency were stashed away, raising eyebrows about money laundering and tax evasion. Many have pointed out how witness testimonies in related probes show Ramaphosa knew about illegalities, but did little. It's a pattern. Delay, deflect, and deploy commissions that often amount to little more than window dressing. This inefficient cycle has fooled the public for so long, but people are starting to see through the circus. Take the Judicial Commission itself, established by Ramaphosa in July 2025 to probe these infiltration claims. But these commissions can only recommend actions. They lack the binding power of Parliament. Testifying before the ad hoc committee where real accountability can happen is a solid step towards rectifying these mishaps. Parliament cannot be reduced to a toothless body. Why the foot dragging if there's nothing to hide? This scandal exposes Ramaphosa's leadership as woefully inadequate. He's touted as the anti-corruption crusader, yet here we are with allegations linking him to decisions that potentially shielded killers and cartels. His surprise at the PKTT disbandment? Convenient but unconvincing when witnesses contradict each other. And establishing a commission he controls. It smacks of self-preservation over justice. South Africans are demanding better than a leadership which prioritizes political survival over purging the criminal elements infiltrating the South African police. The parliamentary probe should complement the commission, not replace it. But even they must see the delays as problematic. If Ramaphosa truly has nothing to hide, why not step up and testify? His silence speaks volumes, painting a picture of a leader more interested in maintaining the status quo than delivering the radical reforms needed. As this story unfolds, one thing is clear. The pressure on President Ramaphosa is intensifying, and his shortcomings from inaction on corruption to questionable decisions are in the spotlight like never before. Will he testify and clear his name, or will this become another chapter in a presidency plagued by scandal? But one should always remember, in a democracy, no one is above the law, not even the president.